Welcome back. Oh,
Hey.
shit.
Sorry, I look crazy. And you didn't even have your mic
back.
either.
God. Can you tell I'm struggling today, too? I'm like,
I know.
welcome back. Fucking A, man. I'm so struggling.
I know, I was like, girl, I look crazy, but I was just cleaning a house for 8 hours nonstop. So,
Dude,
forgive me.
Literally. No, for a second, I just have to say this. There's not a lot of people I think I have a really huge work ethic. Like, I don't know what it is, if it's just how I'm wired or like my upbringing. And one thing I do admire about my co-host Brittany is like her work ethic. I do.
Thank you. I'm constantly like, what's the next gig? What am I doing?
Yes.
Like, when real estate is a little bit slow, I'll do anything.
Yeah. I'm like, if someone was like, who's a hustler? I'd be like, this girl right here.
I'll do it. Yeah, my uncle even got mad. He was like, "You're not gonna eat today, like at all?" I was like, "I'm busy. Like I have shit
You're like,
to do."
I have to still with the kids.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta go film after this too. I was like, I have a lot of shit going on. I was like, I don't need to eat right now.
You look great.
Thanks. I'm like, I even forgot earrings this morning. I'm like, not doing so well. And you know me, bitch. I always wear earrings.
And they're like matching stuff.
I was gonna wear my little purple ones that match my shirt, but I totally forgot.
See, but I still think you look great. And it's crazy that we're talking about this because that's what I had posted earlier about, like, I guess, like, body dysmorphia. Like, I don't want to mislabel anything, but I think that a lot of the times that, just in general, us as moms, like, we just, like, don't see ourselves in the best light. Like, maybe even after, like, a long day like you've had today, where we're, like, working all day, and then we just feel really gross. We just
it's like I took the kids to
shower.
school, went straight to deep cleaning all day.
Yeah.
And I'm getting over a freaking sinus infection thing.
Yeah.
So.
And before we started filming, I, like, gave Brittany the biggest hug, and I was like, you're doing great.
I know, I was like, oh my God, that was so nice. And I love that.
Sometimes you just need a hug. You look like you needed a hug today.
I didn't have a hug today. Actually, both my kids gave me a hug this morning.
Yeah. But aside from that, like,
it's different.
Hugging our kids.
I know, and I felt bad because I'm all sweaty and smelly. Like, I was even outside helping, like, move their pots, like, that are really, really heavy around to where they wanted them outside. I was like, so I know I'm probably smelly, and she's just being a trooper.
But no, not even that. Like, I honestly didn't smell you. And I think it's just that, like, you see and feel something
that right isn't really there.
That isn't there.
I mean, to me it is because I'm always like that, but I feel like moms are typically like that.
Yeah, I know, like, in my own journey, like, especially with, like, the weight loss.
I'm still actively sweating. That's like, so if y'all see me wiping my face, I'm not a weirdo. I'm just still, like, we have these lights on, too, so I'm like...
Oh, yeah, the fucking
I'm just
stage
sweaty.
Lights. You're just like... Ugh.
Well, and it's 90 degrees. We live in Texas, girl.
And
God dang.
Okay, like, you guys can't see me, but, like, I'm always in sweats and fuss. I'm so anemic, like, chronically anemic. I have to get infusions. And, like, Brittany will tell you, like, it'll be hot as fuck. Like, yesterday, we went to go meet up at our friend Courtney's house. They're, like, in shorts and shit. Well, actually, Brittany was in first something else, but I don't want to, that's a top secret. But she, like, changed into shorts. And Courtney,
I was so sweaty.
Yeah, Courtney was in shorts, and I'm, like, in sweatpants because I was fucking freezing. I'm always cold.
Too wild. I know. So is Brianna, too. I wonder if she needs infusions.
Probably.
Brianna, you might need infusions.
We're not a doctor or nothing.
No, hell no.
Just our observation.
That's a lot of school. Bitch is always cold. I'll go to her house and I'll have, like, the ceiling fan on in the guest bedroom, and I'm laying, like, in shorts and a shirt, and we're watching a show together, and she will have on her robe and her heated blanket.
She is. Would she post, like, her regular Snapchats or return through Snapchat?
I'm like, bitch. I'm all
She's
sweating.
In her blue
I'm like,
robe, right?
Yeah. I'm like, girl, I'm sweaty.
I know the color of it. Because I'm like, she's always in that robe.
She loves that shit.
Well, that's like me with my blankets. I always have a million blankets in my living room. Because, like, I can't do a robe. Like, I can't do something
I can't do a
day.
robe.
But blankets and, like, pants, like, just walking around in shorts.
I only like a blanket if I'm watching a movie, like, on the couch with the kids. Because then I'm sitting on my parents' leather, and it eventually gets cold.
Yeah, my couches are leather. So
yeah, and they got that massive fan.
Yeah,
like, you know, I'm like sometimes I just need me a good blankie.
But yeah, I don't think we see ourselves in the right spotlight. And what I had posted earlier was more so, I would say it's like intertwined, my womanhood and my motherhood journey. But because when I had Cam, honestly, after, I think I've said this before I had him, like, I was not large at all because I was 19. So my body just kind of
always bounced back.
It was like, okay,
You're like, lots of sushi? That's okay. Tomorrow we'll work it out.
Yeah, like it was a higher metabolism. Like I had a different body. Versus after I had Jed, fucking 8 years later, at 26, girl. It took
Your body
me
was
a
like,
minute to lose that baby weight. My body was like, oh, we gonna hang on to this.
Oh, that was me. Like after Landon, I didn't like bounce all the way back, but almost. And I had went from 220 to 160 before I got pregnant with him.
Oh shit.
And then I got pregnant with him and I gained like 40 pounds. And
You're like, ah.
I lost down to like 170 or so. So it wasn't bad. But then literally a year and a half later, I was pregnant. Like he was 15 months when I got pregnant again.
With Harper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so my body was just like, all right, bitch, too soon. Like, this was too much. So after I had Harper, girl, I wore those maxi dresses like nobody's business trying to hide my chubs. I was like,
See,
I was like, I'm going to do that.
Do you ever feel like you're still kind of dressing?
I'm still trying. I still keep pulling my shirt because I'm like, okay, it's too form-fitting. And like, it's not. I just feel like it.
Because you've before gifted me clothes, and I'd be like, Brittany, who did you buy this for? I'm like, what size do you think you are, ma'am? But I think that's a part of our just like where we're stuck in this like place of like seeing ourselves than what reality is. Like it's our perception of reality.
Yeah.
Which is clearly still in a mindset of us being unhealthy.
We're ugly.
Larger.
We're fat. Yeah. I still, and getting up to almost 300 pounds and then down to 152 now. I still, a lot of the time, I'm like, I'm way too fat for that outfit, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll put it on and I'm like, actually, this looks so cute. Like,
right.
Why did I even talk? And I would talk myself into oblivion or like bathing suit shopping.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
And I just like fret the entire time like I would when I was really big.
I have a confession.
What?
I have never been bathing suit shopping like in a retail store.
Me neither.
I order
buy
my
them
shit online.
Yep. Before there was Amazon, I was doing a Target pickup or like Walmart,
yes,
like
JCPenney's
yep,
too.
any place that allowed for you to like them to pick it out and then you just go pick it up, and then I would take it home, I'd try it on, and send it back. Like
I would like make sure I kept the little
I would
plastic
not
stuff
do
on.
it. Yep,
like,
I would not do that
on.
in store
I
ever.
just couldn't.
Hell no. That's embarrassing because you're like, oh yeah, holding this bathing suit that's this fucking big. You're like, I'm gonna go try this on. They're like, this big bitch is not gonna fit that. That's all I kept telling myself. It was just like
for
terrible.
Me, I was always like, what if I accidentally like tear it and someone can hear like the and so I'm like, I'd rather tear this in the comfort of my home where like only I can hear it forever as an echo in my mind.
Remember that one time that you got that bathing suit from Target and you ripped it and still sent it back? I remember. If these old walls could talk.
Dude, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should go and challenge
ourselves. Let's do it.
I can't even finish the sentence.
Dude, I
literally got sick to my stomach. I'm like, maybe we should go.
Change my mind. I dumbly packed up all my swim stuff into my storage unit, which I would never be able to find it unless I unboxed everything. And so I had to pick, I was going on the cruise and I had to pick 2 off Amazon, and I'm like, ugh. It's like, these all I think are terrible. Like, I won't like them. I don't want my belly showing, blah, blah, blah. And then one of them I actually got, and I freaking love it.
Yeah, I
actually really love it. I didn't post pictures of my bathing suit. I actually didn't swim one time on this cruise, except for in the hot tub once.
We lived in the pool on our cruise.
I know.
Girl, the only thing I will say is they stopped doing where it's like the adult
pool. Yes, there was so many kids.
And I didn't want to be in the heat
They'd
of that
splashing
hot tub.
And shit, and it's
You'd be
salt
like,
water.
Let's go to the hot tub. I'm like, dude, I will die. And the one time
that one kid talking shit to me?
Yes. I was like, are you supposed to be in this hot tub?
I was like, where's your parents? He goes, on this cruise.
Somewhere.
No shit, bitch. We know that. I was like, but get out this hot tub.
See, on that cruise, you can, like, Brittany will hear and she's attest to it. I was like, I don't know about the swimsuit. I don't know. There was like a cheetah one that I had that's pretty like adult only. Like, I don't wear it around the kids or anything.
But we went to the adult only pool and hot tub. There shouldn't have been no kids back there.
That's true. Well, hot tub because the pool, whatever. Now there's kids in there and shit. But anyways, I was like very self-conscious to wear that.
Because of the kids being there or what?
Just in general. Like, I'm like, I think I'm too big for this.
I was happy for you to wear it. Or was it that white one that took me 30 minutes to figure out how to lace?
No.
She was like, oh my God, this bathing suit cost me $200. I was like, it's taken me 30 fucking minutes to figure out how to how to tie it in the back.
TA3. Okay, but that's why I'm
Yeah, because you have to like cinch her. It's like old timey, bitch, when you would get in your little dress and they would cinch you first.
And see, those pictures I posted because I was like, okay, Alex.
I know she like. I'm like, bitch, you're cinched like a mother. I was like, how can you breathe?
Great. Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't breathe. I know.
But the other three of us had on just a top and a bottom. We're like, come on, lady, like we're not gonna leave you in here. I was like, let me help.
But that's what I'm saying. I think
that was actually a snatch bathing suit, though.
They're worth it.
You look great.
If someone is like on the edge of like, should I order the TA3 swimsuit? And now recently I'm like, this is so bad. I'm trying to not spend as much money on those things, dumb things. But they have them now apparently that's like just it's built in, and they don't have the corset feature like where you have to like figure it out the shit.
Yeah, but how are you gonna pull it on?
That's what I'm saying.
If it's already snatched and you're not, you're like trying to pull. Could you imagine me getting some of that shit over my butt? There is no way. If you've seen Brittany's donk, there's just no way that would help, like, ever.
I think I would just give up and just lay on the floor with it, like, half rolled up.
Call me.
A boobie hanging out.
Hey, could you come over right quick? I'm trying to go swimming, but I don't think this is working.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to this wall, and you're just going to go from the ground
up. You're just going to pull. But the whole time, we're just fucking dying. Like, there's no way I would be able to do that and not laugh the entire time. Like,
I know.
And then how am I supposed to get it on you if you're laughing? Like, it's not going to work. Your titties flying. I'm like,
you're like, I want to get hit by one.
Oh. At least you don't have your piercings anymore. They cut my eye out and shit.
Not the piercings. Yeah, I had to take those out. I was like,
this is not working.
It's the end of it. I had them for like 4 years. And they were just, I will say that even in the 4 years, like they healed, my body never rejected them. And I've had my body reject piercings before.
I would just be scared to like get them caught on stuff, like
getting them caught.
The bath towel
forever. Yeah. Okay, those like
or the scruffy things.
Yes.
Christy and my sister had some of those like permanent piercing things that look like jewels, and she got 3. Well, she had got it stuck on a loofah, and she was like, I got them all taken out.
Yep. You'll feel your soul leave your body.
That hurts. Yeah. Hell no. Girl, I've had it stuck in my nose one time, and I went to do it. I was like, oh, come back. I was like,
no, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
But, so, I don't know. I guess, more or less, for me, it's like, even the swimsuit stuff, that would be like a really cool challenge for us. Or just like how I see myself after a long day.
And then we could do a podcast about how it went.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a drink before.
She's like, hey, while we're kid free and we're about to try on bathing suits and not cry, I need a margarita.
I might cry. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that my pant size, I used to be at one point like a 21 pant size.
Oh shit, me too. Or I even got up to 26, 24, 26.
Yeah. Well, you're taller than me, but
barely.
You're like by an inch.
I know. I'm like 5'5" and a half on a good day.
I'm like, you're taller. But yeah, I got to like 21. Like, it was just, there was the one that I posted in there where like I was at my heaviest. I cut out cam, but like I'm like in the black top with it was for Renfest, and I feel like I was probably over 300 there, but like
you refused to weigh yourself.
I refused to. Yeah, I was like, if I weigh myself, I know I'm over 300. I could feel it, and I just felt terrible. And even earlier, to my point where I was like, you know, I was bigger and unhealthy. There are people who are bigger in size and are healthy. Like, I've seen that. Like, I've seen like bodybuilder women. I'm like, man, that girl is stacked and she's healthy. You know what I mean? But I was not healthy. Like, I was large.
Me neither. I was flubber.
Yeah, I was all
bad.
I mean, it was really bad. And I think like there's times where I just see that, and I honestly still see it.
Me too. Yeah, anytime I look in the mirror, I'm like, dude, you're still so fat. Like, get your shit together. And I'm like, okay, but you eat like twice a day. It's not terrible stuff either, unless I'm like hanging out with y'all, then I'll have pizza and shit. But like, besides that, it's like a salad and some steak or whatever, chicken stuff. I'm like, it's not that it's terrible. I'm just kind of getting happier with my life again. And so I'm gaining weight again. And I'm like, what's doing it? It's me and my parents. We'll wait till the kids go to bed, and then we get like a bowl of cereal, or I get like a Lunchable, and I'm like, this is bad, yes. And then I'll just lay down with all that food sitting there and not like walking around or anything. So
yeah, I think that's definitely like a health, like lifestyle change, because like especially going to bed right after you eat.
So terrible. Eat, like, that's how I sleep so good. I'm like, 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
no.
full. I'm like a little baby.
If I'm too full after I eat, I'm like in pain.
I only get like that
eventually
with
pass
Chinese
out.
food.
Oh,
Chinese food because I don't realize that the rice expands in my stomach. Like I don't know why I haven't learned that yet. But
Because it's good.
so I'll eat rice or I'll eat sushi or whatever, and then I'm like,
In physical pain. That's how I feel too.
I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna throw up or I'm gonna shit my pants. Like something's about to happen, and I don't know what, but I'm scared. I know,
fucking
I'm scared.
But I guess like I don't understand why. It's something that I just definitely am still on a journey with, to be totally transparent, because I don't understand why I still see myself that way. I feel like I was actually more confident when I was larger.
Me too. I actually was talking to someone about that Friday, my cousin. I was like, we were comparing and she's talking about how like she's on these new meds, and I was like, oh, actually those meds make you lose a lot of weight, so you might not have a big appetite, blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, I've lost a shit ton of weight and I still see myself as large. I was like, it takes somebody else being like, oh, hey, you look so good in that for me to be like, oh shit, I'm not that big. But then I'll catch my camera on, like I'm trying to take a picture and it posted on my face. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I got 4 chins. And I'm like, I'm like, bitch, get your shit, do your chin exercises.
You're like, gotta look.
I was like, I already eat coochie. What other chin exercise can you do?
You can like ice your face too. I ice my face sometimes.
I saw this ball gag thing that you could get.
Oh.
And just like bounce your teeth up and down, and it shows how it's working your jaw. Yeah, and it gets rid of like your double chin. I was like, imagine my mom coming in the room and I'm just ball gagged by myself. She's like, oh, a party by yourself? Like,
she's like, I'll be back.
Yeah, she's like, anyways, it shuts the door real quietly, locks it for me this time. Thanks.
But I just need to like, I guess really, because even too so Sunday we hung out. And I posted that selfie, and it got like, I mean, and I don't do it for like the likes or anything. Like I did feel really nice, and I didn't have the kids. They were at a visit.
I loved your
with
top. Yeah, your top was so cute. And you said it was like $4.
Yes, because there's a whole bunch of
what
stores
a
if
steal.
you live out like
an outlet at the outlet mall.
Yeah, there's a lot of stores closing. Unfortunately, at the outlet mall. One of them was like the Billabong, so they had a ton of shit that was like $30, $70 tops, pants, shorts, like a whole bunch of shit. Especially for summer right now, it was like $4 or $5.
And I love that top, but Eddie can go braless and something I cannot.
See, but you guys say that, and I'm like,
and that's why I'm like, because you're just proportioned correctly. I'm not at all whatsoever.
See, but that right there, you say something about my body that I would assume is positive. You're like, you're proportioned to where you can go braless.
It's perfect, like to where you're able to be braless. Like it doesn't look awkward.
Other women's bodies, and I'm like, God, like if only you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Courtney.
Yeah.
She's so petite. She's had 3 kids. She's still 96 pounds soaking wet. Like.
Looks great. Great skin.
Titties like she never even had kids.
A
little booty.
Yes.
Like, yeah, never has a butter face. Even if she's not wearing makeup. Like, she doesn't even have to do anything.
She's like naturally has very good skin tone.
That's also my friend Devin, too. I'm like, fuck you. Like, how you got 4 kids and you look this snatched? Like,
but
what?
I feel like then, why don't we see ourselves through those lenses? You know what I mean? Like, if I could, like, compliment all the women around me.
How you always, like, compliment yourself that way? Like, how you compliment other people? Yeah, me too, but I can't. Instead, I shit on myself. I'm like, bro, look at your hair. Like, you look like you haven't showered. Like,
I wore that outfit, and I was like, I don't know if I should be wearing this outfit. Like...
No, right when I walked in and saw you, I was like, "Ooh, I like your outfit." I was like, "I love that top."
Well, then if people look at me in public, or I can feel someone looking at me, I automatically start assuming like they're probably thinking this girl's too big to be wearing this, or like look at her, like her stomach's hanging out. Why is she wearing this?
Who cares?
I care.
Like, I know, but why? But why should we?
But you know why I care? Because when I was larger and I lost weight, it wasn't just like in dating. It was like in jobs. It was in friendships, friend groups, not like current ones I have.
Oh, I was the designated fat friend. I was funny, I was fat, and I loved to have a good time. Right. Yeah, everybody just saw me as like the funny fat friend. And so I held that in my head for forever, even when I got skinny. They're like, you're still funny, but you're just not fat anymore. I'm like...
Okay, I have a funny story. Okay. When I lost... And I still was like, when I started dating after me and Cam's dad had split. So this is like... 2018, I was still pretty big. I started losing weight mostly around 2019, 2020, like when COVID hit, because I had nothing better to do but to run my fat ass off.
Oh shit! See, I'm me polar opposite. I'm like, because I'm just at home bored.
I was bored at home, and when I'm bored at home, I'll either clean my whole fucking house. Brittany can tell you right now, there's shit on my table that I need to either give away or give to Goodwill. I'm like, you want something? Because I cleaned all day Saturday, from like 8 a.m. to like 3 p.m.
Yeah, that's literally I did 8 to 4
today. And I
like
put my like waist trainer on so I could sweat, and I put on my little sweat belt. But like, I remember when I went on my first date, and I was probably about like 30 pounds heavier than what I am now. So I was like right around 200, right? And like this guy I went on a date with was like, you know what? You have a really good personality. Like, he's like, it's crazy because attractive girls are never like as nice or like funny. And I like remember being like, oh
attractive girls?
I was like, yeah, because I used to be like really fat. And I like started laughing, and he started laughing. And I was like, no, I'm serious. I used to be like really big. And he was like, oh. And I put those pictures on my dating profiles, but I guess like they just like look at the first two and they're like, all right, good enough. Like, they're not really invested like I am. That'll do. Yes. Like fucking Charlotte's Web, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do.
But for me, I would like look through the whole profile. I was like, oh, he has kids, or oh, like look, blah, blah.
Read the shit about them.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about our stuff. So, and this was 5 years ago. So he like was like, what? I was like, you didn't see on my profile? And I like pulled it up and I showed him. He was like, that's not you. I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah, you look like a totally different person. And that's what people tell me too. They're like, you don't even look like the same person. I'm like, really? I feel like I've always looked like me. Like,
no. I would say you look like 10 years older when you were larger. Like, you just looked older in your face. Like, now you look young. Like,
yeah, this chick saw my...
It aged you.
This chick saw my driver's license the other day, and she goes, 1990? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm 34. She goes, there's no fucking way you're 34. I was like, I swear to God. I was like, I got 2 kids and shit. All these tattoos. A real girl job. Like, and she was just like, we were pretty hot. I was like, thanks. And you're like 20. I was like, I'm out. Like,
goodbye.
I'm not going to get in trouble here.
Hell no. Like,
no.
So I showed him those pictures of me on Instagram because he like didn't believe my profile. So I just like, I didn't give him my Instagram, but I pulled up my Instagram and showed him. And he had the audacity. This was, by the way, the first and only date we ever went on. Because he was like, oh yeah, I would have never talked to you back then. And I was like, oh, okay. So I finished my free steak and I never talked to him again. I didn't ghost him. I was just like, hey, I think like there's just not a connection there. And he just like, I think it was like K or gave me a thumbs up. Like he was still a douchebag. And I was like, whatever, bro.
Why did that even waste my time?
Yeah, I was like still trying to be a decent fucking human being. But like, I could see the way people treated me different. Like from being large to like, even this, I'm not thin by any means.
Oh, trust me. I've seen some of the finest people used to be severely overweight. And so that's why I'd never judge anyone.
Right.
Like, but I had people, whenever I lost a bunch of weight, I had people messaging me from high school that would have never, ever talked to me because I was chubby.
Girl, the way you just...
And so I'm just like, oh, so now that I'm not chubs, I'm still the same person. Like, I still have my same personality, my same work ethic, my same motherhood, like how much effort I put into being a mom and like doing everything possible for them.
You.
I'm still the same person, whether I'm skinny or fat. Like,
you were a great person then, and you were beautiful then too. And you're still a great person now, and you're still beautiful now.
Yeah, but I message and be like, haha, no. Like,
but no,
I would have never given me the time of day.
I've had similar experiences, girl, and I'm just like, I had one where this guy literally tried to gaslight me because I saw him and we used to work together. I was like his manager. I was like, hey, you don't recognize me? Like I used to be your manager. And he was like, no, I don't recognize you. And I was like, yeah. And I told him where we worked and what times, what years. Because I'd worked there for several years as a seasonal worker.
Not Victoria's Secret.
And he was... No, girl, it was not Victoria's Secret. I was like...
So you hated that job.
But like, he was like trying to act like, oh, like, no, I didn't... Yeah, you were real cool. And like, it was just like you said, like, dude.
Super fake.
Like, you know what? If you wouldn't talk to me then, like, why would you try to talk to me now? But then that shit messes with your mind.
It really does. Yeah, because I was like, bro, you would have never even, like, looked my way in high school. And you never did. You never even said hi, nothing. And now all of a sudden, hey, beautiful, what you up to? Get the fuck out my DMs. That's all I know. I'm like, no.
And see, for me, like, I think that's why I hold on to, like, where I look at myself. And even too, like, Brittany can tell you, she's seen me get hit on in public. Vegas, 2 years ago?
She was so awkward as fuck. I was like, bro.
I can't.
I was like, bro, they're talking to you. You're the only Mexican at the table. She was like, hey, is our pizza done?
I booked it.
I was like,
no.
oh my God, Eddie.
I couldn't. Because in my head, I'm like, surely. And the reason why Brittany said that is because I was the only Hispanic girl on the trip.
He's talking about
and he was like, I love like a tan skin girl. I love Hispanic girls.
And he's standing right next to you. Like, we're all sitting at the table all awkwardly. And he's like standing right here. And he's like, I love me a tan skin girl. I'm like,
he's like, Latina girls, blah,
I'm
blah.
like, that's you. We're all fucking white, like hella white. So that's you.
Yeah. He's like, are y'all single? Are you single, lady? Are you single?
She doesn't say shit to him.
No.
Instead, ask if the pizza place, if our pizza was done.
Well, when I wanted that fucking pizza, I was so hungry.
We were starving.
I was like,
it was like 2 a.m. too.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
And also, I'm like, always like, surely they're not talking to me. Surely they're not looking at me.
I'm like,
surely.
That's you.
No. There's something in me that my mind, I honestly, when I look, I don't know if other women struggle with this, but when I look in the mirror, I just see
a mom.
Me
too.
Tired.
Mom bod, mom energy.
Yeah.
Mom hair. Your hair always looks spectacular.
And I didn't do anything to my hair.
I was
today.
like,
I like literally just
my hair is, it depends on the day. To be honest.
It looks great in your messy bun.
I was like,
you can pull off the messy bun.
I was like, it was down, and then when I started sweating a shit ton at her house, I was like, so about this hair down situation, it's not fucking happening. No. Well, then I'm like leaning into toilets and shit, and I'm like, I don't really want my hair all up, even though I'm a shower, but still.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
And even now, like as I continue, like I always think to myself, what is my goal? Because I'm at my technical goal weight that I set for myself 5 years ago.
Hell yeah, queen. I would give you a high five, but I'm very sweaty. But so. Turkey.
I want to feel how sweaty you are. Oh, I like it.
Oh, it's so moist. Why would you like it?
Because my hands are cold.
Oh.
My hands are warm.
I'm like, I'm always fucking moisty.
But, like, I wanted to just be under 200. I'd be like, God, if I could just get under 200.
Yeah.
And now that I'm under it, I'm like, God, if I could just get to
150. Why is it? Why does it have to? My nutritionist on base had said, why does it have to be a 50-pound difference though? Like, because I kept fucking with myself. I went from 300 to 250, 250 to 200. And he was like, why does it have to be in 50s though? Like, why can't you celebrate losing 10 pounds? Like, losing 10 pounds is better than gaining 10 pounds, right? And I'm like, actually, I never even thought about that way. So my major goals went from losing 50 pounds like every like 6 months or whatever to 20, 15. Like, I was just like, you know what? I'll give myself 2 months to lose 15 pounds. And then if I didn't do it, I would go back and be like, okay, you wrote in your journal, you ate this, this, and this, but what were you also not doing? 20% of it is your food intake, and 80% is like working out.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I hate when people say it's the opposite. I'm like, there's no way. Like,
well, even for me, I know, like, even this morning, like, when I think about it, because I'm super, like, conscious to what I put in my body, I had a protein shake and coffee, and then I didn't even eat lunch because we did.
I had a sausage biscuit.
We had it
from McDonald's at like 8:30.
Well, my lunch breaks when I have Jed, because he doesn't go to school full time, I try to do something like interactive with him because I know he's with me while I'm working all day. So I take that full hour to like, let's do an art project. Let's go outside. Like, let's do an outside project. So we did an Easter Bunny art project. I'll show you when we get off here. It's super cute. But, and then I like prepped dinner, which I made chicken meatballs, like a Greek style. So I made like Greek bowls with like cucumbers and tomatoes and spinach and rice and like homemade tzatziki sauce. And even then,
I wish I could eat like that, girl.
I get so down picky on myself.
No, hell no. Feel good about yourself. I don't eat zucchini, cucumbers, squash. Did I say cucumbers?
Oh my God, that's why I love you. Like zucchini, cucumbers, zinage, tomatoes. I don't know what the fuck they're called, but I don't eat none of that shit.
Girl, the other day I passed this pizzeria place that had like a wonky name and it all rhymed.
You're like,
and I said pizzerizza.
Pizzerizza.
That shit had. We were cracking up. But see, yeah, anyways. I don't eat any of that stuff. But I love me just like a lot of good fucking lettuce with
Like
I'll
grilled
even
chicken or something.
yeah, hell yeah. I will mess up I'll be craving a salad every day, and my mom's like, "Ugh, we don't eat salad." I'm like, I know, but I want salad.
You're like Nacho Libre, where he's like,
Literally.
"Can we just have a salad or something?" No, but
It's the corn.
yeah, he's like, get that corn out of my face.
Get that corn out of my face.
But see,
I fucking love that movie.
and I know you guys have had to notice it, or maybe it's just me, but where I don't allow myself regularly to eat like what I would like maybe an ice cream cone, like here, like okay, I ate relatively healthy today, like I can have like a handful of candies, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I won't. Then when I'm going out, like we went to Courtney's and she brought that queso, and we had soda.
Oh, it was
I
so
killed
good.
3 cups of soda, and
Mine was diet. That doesn't count.
I ate a majority of that queso. Like I'm not.
Oh, the queso was
I
fucking
overindulged
slapped.
to the point where I was like, I feel sick.
Which is crazy for me because they must have cooked the onions really well in there because I can't eat raw onions without getting hives everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed there was onions in it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna try it. I was like,
was
I tried one
delicious.
bite. I was like, if I feel weird in like 10, 15 minutes, like I start getting really flustered and shit, like
Yeah.
my throat. I was like, I won't eat anymore, and I'll just take a Benny and I'll go home and wait for my kids
Not
to
the
get
Benny.
there. Yeah, well, because that's the only thing that'll stop it. But man, after I realized that it wasn't gonna mess me up, right when you left, I was like, damn, I've eaten a lot of this shit. I was like, I'm sorry, Courtney, this shit was good. I was like, I like this.
I just wish sometimes I need to be nicer
And then I
to
left.
myself.
I know, and then I left, and I'm all doing this in the car. I'm like, damn, bitch, you don't have to eat all that.
I know. Then I made steak for dinner. Like I was a health.
Ooh.
Like, it was so good.
Dang.
I made steak and I ate half a baked potato with just like a little bit of like real butter, not margarine, salt, and pepper. So I know I eat relatively healthy, but I also know that I overindulge when given the opportunity and chance. And Brittany has seen that. She watched me on the cruise leave dinner and walk my happy ass
To the
buffet.
pizza.
The pizza.
I'm like,
now I want a slice of pizza.
yeah, she was like, I didn't get that full. It was kind of gross. I was like, bitch, you ate it all. If it was
And
gross.
she's not lying. I'm like, it wasn't that good. She's like, you cleared your plate.
I was like, are you sure? Like, it looked good because you liked it.
Oh my god! But that's what I'm saying. Like, I won, which I was
But we were on
kind of-
vacation. Fuck that.
I know. I
that
gained
don't
like
count.
5 pounds.
This is where we need to give ourselves leeway.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah.
I need to give myself
I gained
more
8
grace.
pounds on that cruise.
It was alcohol.
Well,
See?
we had smuggled our own alcohol in.
I couldn't drink that
it was
much.
for sure.
'Cause
No,
my
I still left with half my shit.
I'll shit my pants if I drink
We
that
know.
much alcohol.
She's like, I gotta pull over. We're like, ah.
Like on the way to Courtney's wedding, I was like, "You're gonna have to stop." You're like,
know.
"Again?"
I know. I was like, what's wrong now? And she was like, I don't know. I ate. I think that's the problem. I'm like, 3 hours ago? Shit.
You're like, God damn it. It's funny because I do the same thing with Jonathan on road trips.
Oh my
I
God.
like get so nervous to tell him to. I'm like, and he's
have
like,
to
he already
poo-poo.
knows. He's like, do
You
you
have
want
to
me to stop? I'm
Yep.
like, yes, I'm sorry. He's like, okay, well, whatever. He knows like within 10 to 15 minutes of me eating, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. But I don't know. If I could see myself through a different lens, I would. And it's something I still like work on actively. Like I try to affirm myself daily, but even
Love
then,
ourselves.
Yeah.
I hadn't loved myself in a while. And then now I finally am starting to again. And I'm like, okay, this has to go. This has to go.
Maybe while
They
we
have to go. Like,
let's try on not just our swimsuits. Like we should see how we look in bikinis.
what? I got a fat coochie, man. I can't do that.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I don't have a.
I don't even have a. I don't even have a
taco.
fupa.
I
but
have like a
I got
Gordy
fat.
Crunch Supreme.
Oh yeah, me too. That's why I'm like, girl, them V ones, they scare me. I'm like, yo, because she just can't pop out to the right, like.
Playing peekaboo. Hey there, back in.
I know. Well, and then there's kids everywhere. You're like, oh goddamn, I'm so sorry.
We'll
Like
just-
that can't be me.
We'll just go into the changing rooms. We'll try it on. We can keep
come
our
out and
chonies
laugh
on.
at each other.
Come out. No. See, bad Brittany. We're gonna come out. We're gonna affirm each other. We're gonna be like, you look great. I love the way.
Even if I don't like it. So you want me to lie to you?
No.
Well, you said we had to come out.
We'll come out and affirm
Talk
each
to
other.
ourselves?
Yes.
I'll be like, bitch, you knew you shouldn't have got this color. Look at that belly.
I hate you.
I know.
I'm trying to make this productive.
I'm sorry.
You're just gonna make it a joke. But that's what makes life
Everything.
fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take things lighter too. I will say. Sometimes, like, I think you would agree that I, like, have no middle ground. It's either I'm super serious and, like, if my social battery is done, Brittany knows I'm just quiet. Just quiet and serious. But, like, once I'm on, I'm like, whoa, like.
I know. That's when I'm like, all right, we gotta take her home. Like, she's about to act up. Like,
yeah, I, like, literally have an alter ego.
Because if she's like, but then she's like, woo! Like on the cruise ship at the club. Once you started doing that and you grabbed that stripper pole thing, I was like, we're out.
The solo dancing is the indicator.
You dance, and then all the freaking Mexican dudes be coming up like, bam, 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 bam. We're like, no, that's my girlfriend. Go away.
I'm like, Sarah, you lost.
Well, no, she be dancing for so long in her soul that she don't even realize. And I'm like, bro, get out.
Sir,
you need to leave, sir.
We'll try that. We're going to try
let's
that.
do it.
We're going to let you guys
and then we can pick out each other a couple different outfits and then a couple different bikinis.
Ooh, I like that. So
I don't pick mine. I'll just tell you my size and then you tell me your size. And
I do like that. Now
Girl, how you gonna fit them titties in a bikini top?
That's what worries me the most. It's usually the upper parts. I like see the triangles and I'm like,
I
have large nipples.
I don't have large nipples. I have large areolas.
Oh, areolas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you too?
So
I feel like after you breastfeed kids, they just get more massive. Or did my titties actually shrank a lot, though, so from losing weight.
But my areola just
stays the same. Oh.
I'm like, why is it still so whatever?
Me with my OB after losing 150 pounds, I'm like, so, I have a really random question. He's like, shoot. I go, why is my coochie still fat? And I thought he was going to cry. He was laughing so hard. And this man's only like 8 years older than me. It's not like a huge age gap. And he goes, did you really just ask me that? I was like, it's a valid question.
For it.
Yeah, and he goes, most of the time it's genetics. He was like, I was like, well, I'm fucked.
He's like, so your mama?
Yeah, he's my mom's OB, my sister's OB, both my sisters. And he's like,
seen all of them in the winter.
It's like, it's genetic. I'm like, y'all got fat coochies too?
And nobody
said anything to me.
I'm just thinking I'm out here Lone Ranger.
I know. I'm like, do I have to warn my daughter? Hey, you're going to have a gordita crunch at some point, even if you're skinny as fuck. Like, no fat leaves the fupa area. Ever.
Oh, Lord.
This was a good episode.
This was.
We're going to let y'all go, guys.
Yes.
Till next time.
Till next time.